Hello and welcome to our Flip video lesson 2.09, Rome and Judea. And the recordings or the links will be there as soon as this recording posts. So learning objectives of this lesson: describe the conflicts that led to the Roman control of Judea, explain the tension between Roman rulers and their Jewish subjects in the 1st century BC, identify Judea, Jerusalem, and Rome on a map, and identify zealots. Introduction. We're going to go ahead and talk about for this lesson Judea's resistance of Roman rule. Our student guide are pages 330 to 334. You're going to learn some important vocabulary that will tie this lesson together. And then, as always, it's super important to have your Human Odyssey reading pages complete, pages 393 to 396. 2.09, Rome and Judea. Introduction. 70 million people lived in the Roman Empire during the reign of Caesar Augustus. Many people in North Africa, Asia Minor, Europe, and parts of Mesopotamia accepted Roman rule and paid taxes to Rome. Being part of the Roman Empire, after all, meant that you would receive the protection of the most powerful army in the world, enjoy the benefit of public works like aqueducts and baths, and have the opportunity to trade on the finest roads ever built. The people of Judea, however, resisted Roman rule, preferring their own customs and beliefs. Why then did the people of Judea resist Roman rule? Why were so many of them willing to die rather than be part of the mighty empire? So you can go ahead and open your student guide to page 330. Once again, there's not a lot of space there to write. So you can either get a piece of paper or you can write. There's quite a bit of space on page 331. You can just write it there. So question number 1, what was Judea and where was it in relation to Rome? So you can go ahead and take a look at this map. Judea was the home of the Hebrew people and a province of Rome, of the Roman Empire. It was located east of Rome. So you can see there it was right there along the Mediterranean Sea. You can see right where it was. Questions number 2 and 3. What is the Torah and what did the Jews learn from the Torah? The Torah is the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible. According to the Jews, the Torah did not just explain right and wrong, it also reminded them of their special covenant with God and told them special ways to live by the covenant. It told them what to eat and what to wear. It told them when and how to work. The Torah was the most important guide in their lives. Question number 4. Why did the people of Judea resist foreign rule? Many Jews felt that changing their ways of life and adopting foreign ways would mean losing their identity as God's chosen people. It would mean changing God's law. And remember, you can always pause when you're watching this or look back at the PDF to fill in your answers if needed. Question number 5. Why was there conflict between the Romans and the Jews? Most Jews regarded the Romans as cruel occupiers who looked down on the conquered people. The Romans couldn't understand Jewish attitudes. The Romans believed their way was the way of the world. Often the Romans insulted the Jews and their religion without realizing it. For example, Roman coins carried images of men and animals, which the Jews found offensive because the Torah forbade the use of graven images. The Jews also thought the Romans worshipped many false gods, such as Jupiter and Mars, and at times the emperor. So again, remember there's that struggle between polytheistic and monotheistic. Monotheistic is belief in one God, polytheistic is belief in many. Question number 6, who were the Zealots? The Zealots were a small group of Jews who opposed Hellenism and Roman rule. They regarded rule by foreigners as offensive to God. Question number 7. Describe how the Zealots resisted Roman rule and what happened as a result of that resistance. In AD 6, the Zealots led a rebellion against Rome. Some Jews tore down the Roman golden eagle, the symbol of the empire which stood at the gates of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem. The Romans arrested the troublemakers and condemned them to be burned alive. An angry mob stoned some Roman soldiers and riots broke out. The Romans punished the offenders by nailing them to wooden crosses and leaving them to die. This method of punishment is called crucifixion. The Romans crucified 2,000 Jews and left their bodies hanging on crosses for days for all to see. And remember, we've talked about this. History a lot of times is not pleasant to learn about, but it's important to understand where we've come through history, where we are today. Question number 8. Most Jews thought the Zealots were patriots and heroes, but some Jews were afraid of the Zealots. Why were they afraid of them? Perhaps they feared the resistance of the Zealots would make Roman rule become even harsher, or maybe they were enjoying the wealth that the Roman rule had brought to some in Judea. Question number 9. Who was Pontius Pilate and how did he handle trouble in Judea? Pontius Pilate was the Roman governor of Judea. He arrested anyone who might cause unrest. If a rebel claimed to be the promised savior who would overthrow Roman rule, Pilate quickly had him killed. And then this is on page 334. You can go ahead and turn to that in your student guide. I kind of skipped a spot there. You can go ahead and turn to that on page 334, sequencing events. So these are conflicts that led to the Roman control of Judea, and this is in chronological order. So the Assyrians conquered Judea. Nebuchadnezzar forces Hebrews to live in exile in Babylon. Persians allowed Hebrews to return home. Jews became the subjects of Alexander the Great. Hellenistic culture spread in Judea. Jews overthrew the Greeks. Civil war breaks out in Judea. Romans come to the aid of the Hellenized Jews. And then Rome rules Judea. And I'm sorry, there's a parenthesis there that shouldn't be in there. I don't want that to confuse you. So you can look at page 334 in your book and you can just mark those. You can sequence those as they go. And again, you can always look back at these if needed. And then here's just a very simple map second or third slide I showed where Judea was. But Rome is up here in this upper left-hand corner. Judea is down here, and Jerusalem is just north of that. Okay, so this kind of gives a little bit, just a very simple map of where those areas are. Okay, conflicting ideas. So this is on page 332. Flip back a page in your student guide. So Roman ideas and characteristics versus Jewish ideas and characteristics. So in Roman, coins had images of men and animals, and in Jewish, the Torah forbade the use of graven images. Roman ideas, Roman worshiped many gods. The Jews worshipped only one God. So again, that polytheistic or monotheistic, struggle there. The Roman ideas, they lived according to Roman law. Jewish ideas, they followed the laws and rules of the Torah. Roman ideas, the government was the highest authority. Jewish ideas, God, not the government, was the highest authority. And then Roman ideas, they saw zealots as radical troublemakers. Jewish ideas, most Jews viewed zealots as patriotic heroes. And again, we talked about that conflict in a previous slide. All right, so vocabulary is key to understanding. So a zealot is a person who is uncompromising in pursuit of their religious, political, or other ideals. Hellenism is the national character or culture of Greece, especially ancient Greece. So if there was a zealot that was very much for Judea, and there was someone who was very much for Greece, you can see that Hellenism, that's where that battle, that struggle was. Century is 100 years, and tension is mental or emotional strain, as we're using it for this lesson. Tension can have other definitions as well, but for this lesson, that is what it is used for. All right, reading is key to understanding. Again, make sure you are completing your reading. It's a short reading for this lesson, pages 393 to 396. Here we come to our quote section. To attack a task from the wrong end can do nothing but harm. And I spelled wrong there incorrectly. I'm sorry, I should have checked this a little closer. That shouldn't be wrong, it should be wrong. To attack a task from the wrong end can do nothing but harm. And that was said by Confucius. Thank you so much for joining me today. The ultimate list: get more sleep, drink more water, get more exercise, read more, get more organized, clean more, explore more, relax more, have more patience, forget doing more. Just try your best. Have an amazing day.